Today we're at the Harmonist Cemetery, a very unique and beautiful stoned-in cemetery that has an interesting history behind it. So I want to show you guys the cemetery itself and also tell you a little bit about the people that once lived here and those who lay to rest inside these walls. First and foremost, the most interesting thing is the door itself, which is a stone door. It was carved from a single piece of stone and it weighs over 2,000 pounds. But apparently it's so well made that it's very easy and smooth to push. Let's see. Okay, it's definitely very heavy, but it is quite smooth. This is interesting. We've just opened it and entered inside, so that's pretty cool. And the first thing that you'll notice is that while there are somewhere between 100 and 110 people that were buried here, there's only one headstone, which we'll get to in a little bit, but I'll tell you why that is. It starts with a man named George Rapp, who is actually a German man from Germany, and he came out here in 1805 to escape religious persecution in Germany, and they founded the town of Harmony, which is basically a utopian, self-sustaining society that had its own beliefs. They believed that the second coming of Christ would happen during their lifetime, and so they wanted to build the best example of a society to welcome him. And as they did it, one of the things they believed in was hard work, personal dedication to the greater cause, and of course self-sacrifice, and everyone's glory would be found in heaven and not on earth. So therefore there was really no reason to have a headstone to represent your life, because your glory would be found later. And yeah, they were here from 1805 to about 1815, and while they were here, there's somewhere between 100 and 110 people that were buried here. The original cemetery itself actually was just covered with like a fence and some stones that were laying around. But the people around here, I believe like different communities, including the Mennonite community that was predominant in this area, really respected the people. And so they built these beautiful walls in 1869, long after they had all left, including the door itself, which was part of it. The craftsmanship of the wall itself is extremely beautiful, and it shows you how much they respected the people here. While a lot of so-called utopian societies or communal societies may get a bad rap and may end up with someone at power abusing its people, the people of Harmony, or the Harmonists, were actually well respected, and the Harmonist community was known as being very economically strong. And so people, obviously, clearly, if they did this for them, they must have really appreciated them in the area. George Orwell famously taught us the lesson that in a society where all people are equal, some people are simply more equal. And in this case, I wanted to jump to that conclusion, but it doesn't seem to be it. This is the headstone that exists here, the only one, and it's Johannes Rapp. He's the only son of George Rapp, the founder of the Harmonist Society. And are we to believe that he was more equal, or is it something else? Now, if you know about this, you gotta kind of add in the comments some context, because I found a little bit of conflicting information, but from what I understand, this headstone was actually a gift from the Mennonite community because they respected him as a leader so much, and they really appreciated him. And it wasn't the Harmonist Society who had members who were more equal than others. It was just that people in the area that were not from this community really loved and respected this man. I want to take you back out of the cemetery and show you guys what's engraved on top of it. It's very hard to read now, but luckily there's a plaque that gives us some information. And we'll see if we can close this door. Yeah, it's quite heavy. It is very smooth. It doesn't like rock or anything, but it is 2,000 pounds, so you can kind of feel the weight of it. Close the door for all these people that lay here. After about a decade and success here, the people of Harmony found themselves in need of more land and more space, so they actually created New Harmony, which was in the state of Indiana, and they lived there from about 1815 to 1825 before being inspired by God to return to Pennsylvania, where they did. In about 1825, their final place, which was also called New Harmony, was near Ambridge or Economy, and it was called Old Economy Village. And there's another Harmonist or Harmony cemetery there that's often confused with this one, where over 600 people were laid to rest. But yeah, pretty crazy. I want to show you guys the inscription up here. So you can see there's this marble-looking, granite-looking piece that's added, and it's inscribed in German throughout it. You can hardly see any of the letters anymore, but they're mostly, it starts with a message across the top to the people of Harmony, and then there's scripture written on it. And luckily for us, there's these plaques over here which give us a little bit more information. So here are the translations. You can see it tells you what it said in German at the top, and then underneath it there's the English translation, and on the top it says, "Here rests 100 members of the Harmonist Society who died from 1805 to 1815." And then it's a collection of different scriptures. We won't read them all, but I thought this one was very fitting. It says, "Be thou faithful until death, and I will give thee the crown of life." And that's what these people lived for. That's what they believed. And they laid to rest without headstones, without honor in this life, because they would get honor in the next.